record this song that we had written for Dee Dee Sharp, who had had the mashed potatoes. Yeah, 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 mashed potatoes.
Carole King was one of America's most respected songwriters, known for creating timeless melodies from her home in Laurel Canyon. The Brooklyn-born musician wrote classics like So Far Away and I Feel the Earth Move. She was celebrated for her warm personality and caring approach to music. However, according to various unconfirmed reports, King may have had some strong disagreements with certain popular rock bands of her era. King believed that real songwriting should come from personal experience, not from business meetings focused on making money. She reportedly felt that many artists had forgotten this basic truth about music creation. Kiss. The first band that allegedly drew King's criticism was Kiss, the theatrical rock group famous for their face paint and elaborate stage shows. During the mid-1970s, when glam rock was very popular, Kiss was filling arenas with their fire-breathing performances and leather outfits. According to unverified reports, King was not impressed with their approach to music. She supposedly felt that Kiss was more interested in selling costumes and putting on flashy shows than in creating songs that touched people's hearts. The band's use of smoke machines and theatrical tricks allegedly bothered King, who believed music should create genuine emotional connections with audiences. King reportedly saw Kiss as representing everything wrong with rock music at the time. Instead of sharing real emotions through songs, they were allegedly putting on what she called carnival barker performances. She believed that hiding behind masks and costumes sent the wrong message to fans, suggesting that the real people behind the music weren't worth knowing. The situation supposedly reached a breaking point during a recording session on Sunset Strip. King allegedly refused to enter the studio until Kiss finished their photo shoot, telling her manager, Shagya, he wouldn't work in a space where people treated music like a costume party. Boston. The second band that reportedly frustrated King was Boston, known for their polished studio sound and carefully crafted arrangements. When their debut album became hugely successful in 1976, King allegedly felt they represented everything she opposed in music creation. Boston's approach to making music was very technical and precise. Every note was carefully planned and perfected in the studio. According to unconfirmed reports, King felt this took away from the spontaneous, emotional aspects of music that she valued most. King had built her reputation on capturing raw, honest emotions through simple piano compositions. She reportedly felt that Boston's highly polished sound lacked the human warmth that made music special. Their songs allegedly sounded too calculated and artificial to her ears. The conflict supposedly came to a head during a record label showcase where King reportedly walked out in the middle of Boston's performance. She allegedly told her companion that she couldn't listen to music that sounded like it was made by robots instead of felt by real people. Foreigner. The third band that allegedly angered King was Foreigner, the British-American rock group known for their radio-friendly hits and arena-sized choruses. During the late 1970s, Foreigner was dominating FM radio with songs that seemed designed specifically for commercial success. According to unverified reports, King felt that Foreigner approached songwriting like a business rather than an art form. She supposedly believed they created songs by checking boxes on a corporate checklist rather than expressing genuine human emotions. King allegedly saw Foreigner as representing the worst aspects of the music industry's focus on making money. While she tried to share authentic personal experiences through her songs, Foreigner supposedly created what she called demographic manipulation, carefully constructed anthems designed to appeal to specific market segments. The criticism reportedly centered on King's belief that songwriting should be about sharing personal truth, not manufacturing emotions for profit. She allegedly felt that Foreigner had lost sight of music's true purpose in their pursuit of commercial success. Styx. The fourth band that supposedly drew King's disapproval was Styx, the Chicago-based group known for their elaborate concept albums and theatrical rock operas. During the progressive rock era of the mid-1970s, Styx was gaining attention for their ambitious musical productions. According to unconfirmed reports, King felt that Styx had confused rock concerts with dinner theater productions. She allegedly believed they were trying to make their audiences feel intellectual about their entertainment choices, rather than creating genuine emotional connections. The supposed feud highlighted different approaches to storytelling in music. King specialized in intimate, personal stories that most people could relate to from their own experiences. Styx, on the other hand, created elaborate rock operas with complex plots and characters. King allegedly felt that Styx's approach sacrificed emotional honesty for grandiose storytelling that served no real purpose. She reportedly saw their work as pretentious material that belonged in Broadway theaters rather than rock venues. The conflict supposedly reached its peak when King declined to appear at the same music festival as Styx. She allegedly told organizers she wouldn't share a stage with people who thought rock music needed intermissions and program notes like an opera. Kansas. The fifth band that reportedly frustrated King was Kansas, despite their reputation for incorporating meaningful themes into their music. This alleged conflict was particularly significant because both King and Kansas were known for creating thoughtful, substantial songs. Kansas became famous in the mid-1970s, with complex compositions and philosophical lyrics about existence and life's meaning. Songs like Dust in the Wind and Wayward Son dealt with deep themes that many listeners found meaningful. However, according to unverified reports, King felt that Kansas was trying too hard to sound profound. She allegedly believed they confused being deep with being incomprehensible, creating what she called pretentious nonsense disguised as wisdom. The supposed rivalry became personal when both acts received praise for their meaningful approach to songwriting. King allegedly became frustrated that Kansas was being celebrated for their philosophical lyrics, while her straightforward emotional honesty was dismissed as too simple. King reportedly felt that real insight came from lived experience, not from trying to solve universal mysteries through song lyrics. She allegedly believed Kansas was turning rock music into an academic exercise, rather than a form of genuine human communication. Heart. The band that allegedly caused King the most frustration was Heart, featuring the Wilson sisters, Anne and Nancy. This supposed conflict was particularly painful for King because it involved what she saw as a betrayal of women's voices in rock music. During the mid-1970s, both King and Heart were representing women in the male-dominated rock industry, but through very different approaches. King had established herself through intimate, personal songwriting that showcased what she believed were uniquely feminine perspectives on life and relationships. Heart, meanwhile, was achieving success with a more aggressive, traditionally masculine approach to rock music. According to unverified reports, King felt this was a betrayal of women's special contributions to music. King allegedly believed that women's strength in music came from their unique perspectives and emotional approaches, not from copying the worst behaviors typically associated with male rock stars. She supposedly felt that Heart had forgotten what made women's voices special in rock music. The conflict reportedly intensified as Heart achieved massive commercial success, while King struggled to maintain her relevance in the changing music landscape. She allegedly felt personally betrayed by their approach to building a career in rock music. According to unconfirmed report, T.S. King became obsessed with what she saw as Heart's abandonment of feminine authenticity. She allegedly felt that instead of showing how women could approach rock music differently, Heart had simply proven that women could be just as aggressive and obnoxious as male rock stars. The supposed feud reached its climax during a backstage encounter in 1979, where Nancy Wilson allegedly dismissed King's music as outdated folk rock. This reportedly prompted King to declare Heart the biggest disappointment in women's music history. Conclusion. These alleged conflicts reveal supposed tensions between different approaches to making music during the 1970s rock era. King reportedly valued authenticity, emotional honesty, and genuine connection with audiences above commercial success or theatrical spectacle. However, it's crucial to emphasize that these accounts are based on unverified claims and alleged quotes that may not be accurate. Many of these supposed conflicts lack proper documentation and should be viewed skeptically. The music industry is often subject to rumors and exaggerated stories that may have little basis in reality. Carole King's actual documented statements and interviews show her to be generally supportive of other artists and focused on her own creative work rather than criticizing her contemporaries. These alleged feuds may say more about the entertainment value of controversy than about King's real relationships with other musicians. The enduring popularity of both King's music and the bands, mentioned in these unverified reports, suggests that there was room for many different approaches to rock music during this creative period. Rather than focusing on supposed conflicts, it might be more productive to appreciate the diverse ways these artists contributed to the rich musical landscape of the 1970s.